What if the advice we've heard for years about walking 10,000 steps a day isn't just outdated, but actually harmful for people over 70? It sounds like a bold statement, especially in a world where fitness trackers and step goals have become part of our daily routines. But what if your body, at this stage in life, is asking for something else? Something smarter, gentler, and yes, even more effective. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into why walking more than 10,000 steps a day after 70 might be doing more harm than good. We'll explore what that kind of mileage really means for aging joints, and why more isn't always better when it comes to movement. Most importantly, we'll reveal safe, science-backed alternatives that can keep you mobile, strong, and pain-free, without grinding down the very parts of your body you need the most. You're going to walk away with a brand new understanding of what movement after 70 should look like, and it's probably not what you've been told. Let's start with the number itself. 10,000 steps. It sounds so precise, so official, doesn't it? But here's the truth. The origin of that number wasn't medical, and it wasn't based on science. It actually came from a marketing campaign in Japan in the 1960s to sell pedometers. The name of the device roughly translated to 10,000 step meter, and from there, the number took off globally. But here's the catch. Just because something is catchy doesn't mean it's right for everyone. Especially not for people in their 70s and beyond. Now, walking is good. Let's be clear on that. It supports cardiovascular health, helps manage weight, boosts mood, and keeps you active. But the idea that you need to hit this arbitrary number every single day to be healthy, that's where things start to go wrong. As we age, our bodies change in subtle but significant ways. The joints, particularly in the knees, hips, and lower back, become more vulnerable to wear and tear. Cartilage, the smooth tissue that cushions the ends of your bones, begins to thin. Ligaments become less elastic. Recovery takes longer, and chronic inflammation can creep in without warning. So when you push for 10,000 steps or more each day, especially on hard surfaces like sidewalks or pavement, your joints may not be celebrating your achievement. They may be quietly crying out for a break. Let's put it into perspective. 10,000 steps equals about 5 miles. That's a lot of ground to cover, especially for older adults whose joints have already experienced a lifetime of movement, wear, and perhaps even injury. If you've had arthritis, joint surgery, or even a minor injury years ago, those 5 miles don't hit your body the same way they did when you were 40. Each step sends a small shockwave through the lower body. Multiply that by 10,000, and the accumulated stress can cause inflammation, stiffness, and eventually, damage. You may not feel it immediately, but over time, it shows up in the form of sore knees, tight hips, aching ankles, or even back pain that doesn't seem to go away. What's more, the pressure from high step counts can contribute to the gradual breakdown of joint cartilage, particularly in people who already have conditions like osteoarthritis. This isn't just uncomfortable. It can become debilitating. And the worst part, many people think they're doing something good for their health while unintentionally accelerating joint damage. Let's talk about Elaine. She's 74, active, and proud of it. Every day, she checks her step counter and doesn't stop walking until she hits that 10,000 mark. She walks around the block, through the grocery store aisles, paces while on the phone, and even does extra laps in her hallway before bed. But lately, Elaine has been waking up with stiff knees. Her hips ache after sitting. She's noticed swelling in her ankles, and sometimes, sharp pain when stepping off curbs. Her doctor told her the pain could be early signs of joint strain. She was shocked. "But I thought I was doing everything right," she said. Or take Richard, 76. He took up walking during retirement and clocked 12,000 steps a day for months. One morning, he felt a sudden pop in his knee. Turns out, it was a torn meniscus. The orthopedic surgeon explained that while walking is generally safe, repetitive overuse on aging joints without variety or support can lead to injury. These aren't isolated cases. Many older adults are experiencing similar issues, all while chasing a number that was never meant for them in the first place. Let's get something clear from the start. Walking isn't bad. Far from it. It's an incredible form of movement, one that benefits your heart, your circulation, and your mental health. But when walking becomes your only form of exercise, especially in large, repeated doses, it can come at a cost. Your joints, particularly your knees, hips, and ankles, bear the brunt of every step. And after decades of use, those joints deserve something many of us rarely give them: mindful preservation. Imagine your joints like the hinges of a well-loved door. With proper care, they'll last for years. But slam that door open and shut 10,000 times a day, and even the strongest hinge will begin to wear down. Now add in the realities of aging: decreased cartilage, slower tissue repair, reduced bone density, and less fluid around the joints. It becomes clear that walking long distances daily, especially on sidewalks or streets, might not be the miracle solution we've been led to believe. Consider 74-year-old Margaret, who was religious about her steps. Every day, she clocked in more than 12,000, convinced she was extending her life. But then the pain started. First in her knees, then in her hips. It got to the point where stairs became difficult, and she began to dread her morning walks. She thought she was doing everything right, until her physical therapist gently explained that all those steps had added up to chronic joint stress. What Margaret needed wasn't more movement, but smarter movement. Smarter movement means more than just taking fewer steps. It means shifting your entire approach to fitness after 70. Your body is no longer in maintenance mode, it's in protection mode. That means targeting the areas that actually help you stay independent. Your leg strength, your balance, your joint health, your brain, and yes, even your breathing. One of the first places to start is resistance training. Now, before you picture heavy barbells and crowded gyms, let's redefine resistance. It can be as simple as bodyweight squats near your kitchen counter, seated leg lifts during commercial breaks, using a resistance band while listening to music. These small, gentle exercises don't just move your body, they build the muscle that supports your joints. Because here's a secret most people don't know: it's not your bones that keep you steady, it's your muscles. And when those muscles get weak, your joints pick up the slack and suffer for it. Balance is another forgotten pillar. Walking on flat, predictable ground doesn't prepare you for real life. Real life throws curveballs: a wet floor, a turned rug, a dog that suddenly darts past you. Without training your body to respond to those shifts, your risk of falling increases. And after 70, a fall isn't just a bruise. It can be the beginning of a long road of rehab, or worse, the loss of independence. The good news: training balance doesn't have to be scary. It can be standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, practicing slow marching in place, joining a Tai Chi class, even virtually. These practices not only help your body respond, they also retrain your brain to stay alert and aware. Now, before you think this video is telling you to stop walking altogether, it's not. Walking has countless benefits, but it's about finding your sweet spot. That might be 5,000 steps a day, maybe even less, depending on your joint health, body weight, footwear, and walking surface. Quality matters more than quantity. A 20-minute walk in the morning on a soft trail, followed by light stretching or a balance session, can do more for your long-term mobility than forcing yourself to grind out 10,000 steps on a sidewalk. What your body really needs is a balanced movement routine that includes strength, stability, mobility, and yes, rest. You need to vary your movements, support your joints, and train the muscles that keep those joints in place. A well-rounded daily routine might include 10 minutes of resistance training, 5 minutes of balance work, a short walk on soft terrain, and a gentle stretching session in the evening. It might include 15 minutes of learning something new, or sitting quietly and practicing deep breathing. None of it looks impressive on a step counter, but it's the kind of movement that adds up to strength, stability, and long-term health. For those who still enjoy walking, the goal isn't to stop, but to be mindful. Are your shoes supportive? Is the ground soft or hard? Are you walking through pain? Are you stretching before and after? Are you combining walking with strength and balance work? These questions matter more than the number on your pedometer. We've been conditioned to think that more is always better. More steps, more sweat, more effort. But after 70, the real magic lies in precision. In doing the right things, not just more things. In protecting what you have, so you can keep enjoying the life you love. Margaret, remember her? She made the shift. With her therapist's help, she cut her steps in half, started doing resistance exercises 3 times a week, and added balance drills to her routine. Within 3 months, the pain in her knees had reduced. Her confidence returned. And most importantly, she began to feel strong, not just busy. So if you've been chasing 10,000 steps and wondering why your joints ache, why your energy fades, or why you're not seeing the benefits you expected, maybe it's time to shift your focus. Not to do less, but to do better. To give your body what it actually needs. To walk not just further, but smarter. Aging well is not about extremes. It's about awareness. About listening to your body, respecting its limits, and choosing movements that support your longevity, not strain it. The joints you have today are the same ones you'll have at 90. Take care of them like the treasures they are. Thank you for joining us today. If this video offered you new insights or made you rethink your routine, please let us know in the comments. What's one thing you might do differently starting today? We read every response, and your stories inspire others to take the same steps, smart steps, toward better health. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend or loved one who could benefit. Every voice matters, and every journey to well-being deserves the right guidance. Until next time, keep moving with care, living with purpose, and aging with strength. You've earned it.